Dear Hellions, this is your rehearsal guide video for Sunday's outside mass rehearsal. We will start with Be Still My Soul, just to orient ourselves, a simple hymn, but we want a phrase. We want to start soft, and then grow on soul, and then taper. Every time this. And then we also want to be focused, resonant. We want to have a fish mouth, vertical space. A fish mouth, vertical space. As torrents in summer has lots of shape. As torrents in summer have dried in their channels, suddenly rise, though the sky is still cloudless. The sky is still cloudless. So lots of shape. Shape in little units, and then shape over long phrases. So first we declaim the words as torrents. Then in summer, some editions have a crescendo on the word summer. I would like the opposite. I would like you to continue that pleading more on the first syllable, less on the second syllable. So, as torrents in summer have dried in their channels. Flip the R of dried and be very precise about the eighth rest breath at the end of the first system in measures 5. And then come in again quickly here. Tenors, notice that you have a different part, different rhythm. Notice that you want to shape, tenors. Sky. And then diminuendo right before you shift. Remember, cloudless, less on cloudless. On the word rain, in the next page, rain, rain. You have to lower your jaw. You have to mispronounce the word rain. It can't be a. It has to be for rain. Otherwise, we won't get that nice vertical space. And I skipped a place, but on the word sky, you can lower your jaw. And now the pulik. This is the Odie Christus Natus est, the fourth movement, and it is really exciting but tricky, angular, with unique rhythms. Hodie Christus Natus est, Hodie Christus Natus est. 6/4 meter, leaping, and then slurring, da-da-da-da-da. So make sure that you're articulate in that phrase. Make sure that you crescendo. Hodie Christus. Altos, make sure you do that. Basses, at the bottom of the page. Hodie Salvator apparuit. Make sure you articulate those 16th notes, even though they're in a slur. And make sure you phrase to the D of apparuit. Salvator apparuit. And then flip the R of apparuit. Everybody always flip Christus as well. Hodie Christus. Can't flip it enough. Accent this measure, the third measure, sopranos and altos. Notice, sopranos, that you have a F sharp here on the first page and then an F natural at the top of the second page. Basses, notice that your line changes at the top of the second page. Salvator apparuit. And then notice that it suddenly gets softer. And then it gets, so it gets subito piano and then mezzo forte. Speak it in rhythm. Make sure you do all the diction. Flip the R's. Pucker on the oo vowels. The first word means today. And so it's about today. And I want you to think, today, as you start this. Altos and then tenors, sopranos and altos, keep doing that. And basses, remember to shape to the apparuit. Seek Him That Maketh the Seven Stars is about long lines. And so you want to breathe and buzz, resonate, so you have the ability to sing a long phrase before you need another breath. You want to release the body so that it's open and free. Seek him that maketh. Lots of vertical space, lots of breath and smoothness. These pleading figures, seek him, need to have that shape, more or less. Then in measure 9, we're in canon. The melody comes back in the sopranos, then is echoed by the altos, and then the men accompany. It's very ethereal, and of course the organ takes the show away. Sopranos, you function like a descant for a while. Then we have to stay soft when we need to be soft, like in measure 20. Be careful of that. Altos, make sure you're free and bobbly and nodding the head back and forth on your high notes in measure 21 so that it's free. The rhythms are tricky. After the point of imitation section in measure 98, sing along with the tenebrae recording to get familiar with those. They can throw you off guard very easily. And then the final section will be free, and we will try to help you get used to that in rehearsal here. A spotless rose is prototypical legatissimo. You'll want to breathe and buzz well so that you can sing the phrases without needing to take a catch breath. Your first breath will come after blowing, and then after tender root. And at the end of this phrase, you want to taper that. And that will be difficult because of the rising line. Make sure you do all the diction. A spotless rose I blowing sprang from a tender root. Pucker on the oo vowel of root. And of course, flip everything. You want to round your lips on blowing and emphasize the L of blowing. And anytime you have a chance to be expressive through the diction of Jesse's promised fruit, do it. Again, this is legatissimo, but there's this undulating quality. Da, 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 da. So you bring that out, breathe right, buzz, vertical space, spotless. The second chord you sing has to have vertical space in it. Spotless rose. And rose has a dark vowel, so make that have lots of vertical space too.